a Midwest rapper whose debut single, Pop Lock and Drop It, soared the Billboard charts in 2007, was killed in a double shooting in Kinloch, Missouri on June 25, 2020, according to St. Louis County Police. The shooting happened just before 11 p.m. in the 8100 block of Martin Luther King Boulevard. St. Louis County Police identified the victim as Lawrence Franks Jr., known to the world as Huey. Regrettably, he was only 32 at the time of his passing. Lawrence Franks Jr. was born on September 12, 1987. Huey hailed from Kinloch, a city adjacent to St. Louis, which is approximately 15 miles away but a world apart. The countryside city has a small population but a high crime rate. The residents who live there have witnessed acts of terror. In addition, Kinloch has become one of many violent communities in the country. Even though Huey was born in Kinloch, he left during his childhood. He returned as a teenager. Throughout the years of his absence from his hometown, Kinloch changed drastically. There was always a lot of drugs going on and of course, a little bit of violence, Huey told the Riverfront Times. When I came back, the airport was built, and the police were really bad. Police were chasing people and shocking them with tasers, all kinds of stuff happened. Before you knew it, it was like a ghost town. The rapper went on to describe his childhood as troubled. It was really rough. I'm the youngest of 4 children. My mom and dad were on drugs. My brother was in and out of jail. The foster care guardianship were chasing me. It was crazy, he explained. Huey's grandmother saved him from the foster care system. She was active in church, and Huey attended regularly. Despite his problematic upbringing, Huey attended McClure South Berkeley High School and McClure High School, before earning his GED. Additionally, he became a father to a daughter, named Lauren. Taking on a new approach and finding his true calling, Huey started a music career. Originally known by his rap moniker, Baby Huey, he didn't exactly embody gangsta rap. Instead, he made music that appealed to the ladies while maintaining his street cred. Huey maneuvered himself into a commercial lane, crafted dance floor captivating singles, and simultaneously featured videos of people having a good time. Music started making a profit for the rising star. He started producing beats for other rappers and soon began rhyming himself. Huey wrote, "Pop Lock and Drop It," in an hour, and soon local radio caught wind of it. Due to the success of his solo efforts, Huey signed a record deal for $2.5 million with Jive Records at the young age of 17. The debut single was released in 2007 on his first solo studio album, titled Notebook Paper. Successfully, it skyrocketed as it flew straight into the top 10, making him one of many Missouri rappers finding popularity after Nelly and Chingy. The popular single became a party anthem. Huey's talent spoke volumes, which catapulted him into working with a producer named Mickey Memp Hits, Right. Huey recorded in Atlanta, enlisting notable artists such as T-Pain, Lloyd, and legendary producer Jazzy Faye. Even as his notoriety grew, he never forgot where he came from. After Huey signed his major record deal, as well as recorded most of his music in Atlanta, his loved ones encouraged him to move to Atlanta permanently to escape the chaos of Kinloch, but Huey opted out. Instead, Huey returned to St. Louis, getting a condo downtown near the ballpark, a recreation center in Branson, Missouri, but trouble swiftly resumed. In May 2009, he left a party with some friends and was driving his Jaguar, when a car pulled alongside, unloading several shell casings into the SUV, killing 3 people inside. Fortunately, Huey was unscathed. He was adamant about not being the intended target, but the incident had repercussions for his career. Unfortunately, Huey didn't have another hit as big as his first song, and his 2010 follow-up album, Redemption, didn't gain much traction. He signed a deal with rapper Waka Flocka Flame in 2013, but nothing came of it, and Huey had been relatively quiet on the music scene in recent years. Overall, his personal life was evolving. The rap star's mom overcame her drug addiction, and he got back in touch with his father, from whom he'd been estranged from. In the following years, he disappeared from the public eye. Up till the night of June 25, 2020, when he was socializing with his nephew and a host of others in Kinloch. He was in the process of filming a music video for a new song he was making a comeback on. According to police reports, on June 25, 2020, Huey was murdered in a double shooting. The homicide took place in Kinloch, Missouri, when police were notified that the victim, Lawrence Franks Jr., had arrived at a local hospital with at least one gunshot wound. Huey was pronounced deceased shortly after his arrival at the hospital. There hasn't been any arrests in connection with the shooting, and a motive has not been determined. Detectives believe as many as 10 other individuals were present, around the crime scene, during the occurrence of this incident. Investigators strongly encourage people who are potential witnesses to please contact them. A second victim in the shooting went to the Ferguson Police Department, and was taken to a local hospital with wounds that police said were non-life-threatening. The murder location displayed caution tape that was put up in an area that included a home on Martin Luther King Boulevard. The home belonged to Huey's family. According to his loved ones, he enjoyed life, was still earning royalties off of his original hit single, and was interested in building apartments and housing in St. Louis. Sadly, he will never get the chance to accomplish his dream of becoming an entrepreneur. It's unquestionable the impact Huey had on the hip-hop scene. He came from humble beginnings, made it to mainstream, and became a force to be reckoned with. Huey defied all odds and became a success story, giving many people hope. Let his legacy live on. Rest in peace, Lawrence, Huey, Franks Jr. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Fateful Files.